Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Chowda Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Chowda Mecha. Welcome. It's Monday. Hey. Sorry about not having a live stream earlier today. I had just a shit ton of work to do today. Had to convert and basically reformat two PowerPoints. I just... PowerPoints. I know Z's out there. He knows my pain. But anyway, that took up the majority of my day up until about an hour and a half ago or so. Yeah, all day. So, so no no live stream earlier today. Sorry about that. We'll get back into it tomorrow, hopefully. But anyway, welcome. It's the beginning of a new week, right? It's been an eventful weekend, hasn't it? Anyway. All right, hey, we're rocking the classic Anaheim Electronics hat today. If you would like one of these hats, I would definitely urge you to go to www.chowdamecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You will find this hat, many more, shirts, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go load up. If you're interested in the tools and materials that we are going to be working with here tonight, there's a little Amazon link below here on Twitch and YouTube. That side, if you're watching on Facebook. And I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it doesn't increase the cost for you. No, come on. It goes to help out me, goes to help out the stream, goes to fuel our endeavors moving forward. Yeah? Speaking of endeavors, a little nugget of coolness that I'll have to share with you momentarily. But if you are in the market for kits, tools, paints, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2, in stock and shipping now, hit up our good friends right down here, USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine folks will definitely have down there what you need. If you like this stream, if you get some benefit from it, if you like the content, if you're entertained by this, man, hit the follow, like, subscribe on all of the different social media channels and all that. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you know somebody that could benefit from watching the stream, or a group of somebody's, share it with them. It's a nice thing to do, right? So, hey, Luis, Mr. Ultraman Dyna, he's over there on YouTube. He says, what? You're working again, Tim? I've been MIA for a while. Yeah, dude. Got the job back. This is, This is week 3 back? Yeah. So, yeah, lot of stuff going down with that. So, fun times. Anywho, so, tidbit of good news I got over the weekend. Got the green light to go ahead and start designing sheet 3 of Mecha Decals. Ooh, yes. So sheet 3 is officially in the design phase. So look forward to that later, obviously later this year, right? So gotta get past the whole thing that's going on right now, you know, that deal. Yeah, so sheet 3 definitely in the works at this point, you guys. So exciting stuff. Good stuff. Gumpler Ronan, Mr. Z says, nice. Can you add a Robin logo in there somewhere? Haha. A Robin logo? What are you talking about? Come on, man. Let's see. I can only imagine what this is. Yeah, William Wilms over there on the Mech Army Facebook group, he says, is sheet 3 going to have some saucy pinup girls? No. It will not. No. Sorry, Will. Bill says, nice unit insignias on this one. Obviously we can't do canon. You know, we can't do official logos and insignias because of copyright. That is a huge no-no, and we're not going to tread into those waters. So, you know, we can make up some things. There's nothing wrong with making stuff up, right? Having original logos and things. So, yeah. Alex Andrews says, now if you only had a UK distributor for him, Tim. Hey, man, we're always looking. We're always looking. And it's really easy to sign up for, to get wholesale, too. So, seriously, Alex, if you know a hobby store in your area that you want to see carry them, go hit them up and tell them, hey, these decals are legit. It's a very simple process. You go to USA Gundam Store. There's a wholesale link at the bottom. All they got to do is sign up. It's pretty simple stuff. We've had several places do that, and you can get them in several places around the world now. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Ultraman Dyna says, add some type of skull logo on that sheet, right? Greg Blair says, how about yellow and black caution lines for sheet 3? For right now, we're still kind of, Mecha Decals is still in the infancy. Even though this is our 3rd sheet, we're still kind of getting that ball rolling, right? So 2 colors are probably not going to be in the mix just yet. So trust me, Greg, I like where your head's at. Just, it's going to take a little bit more time to get to that point, right? Yeah. Superset5 says, we need nose art for our mechs. Nice. Louise says, do a skull and bones logo for that sheet. Nice. Bill says, yeah, but general stuff is good too. It is. Louise says, spice it up a little bit, right? Handren's over there on YouTube has Mr. Hasaki Art. He says, Tim, how about you have the builders logos on them? Builders? Like individual modelers. That would be limiting, because not everybody's going to dig, the logos and stuff, right? So, and we're not, these aren't custom one-offs or anything like that. These are mass-produced, so it's probably not the best of things to have on there, So, just one of those things. Lucas, Mr. Persistent Turtle, he says, sweet tea decal. God, no. It would be funny, but nah. Let's see. Alex says, no local places for me, Tim. Nearest one is Bucko Crazy Far, though I could mention it to Hobby Frontline, who are Ireland-based. Hey, anything, man. Anything, dude. Bill says, I doubt everyone would want everyone's logos. Yeah, that's true. Henry says, LOL, Bill, you'd be surprised. I don't really see too much draw there in the normies. Let's put it that way, right? So Bill says you would also need the permission of the modelers. Yeah. Henry says limited releases. Limited releases are tough because of the pricing that we get, right? Having smaller runs would probably be a lot more money. Doesn't make sense, but trust me. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Let's see. Andrew says, dang, Tim, missed my question. Did I? Sorry. Where did it go, Andrew? Let me scroll back up. Here's Andrew's question.
We have a question.
He says, are you going to include that decal idea from the RG Gold Frame Amatsu to sheet 3? I don't know. Maybe. That's the best thing I can tell you. I just basically been brainstorming. I haven't really put anything down in Illustrator yet, so I think everything's on the table at this point. Depends on what the direction of the sheet is going to be, right? So, let's see. Alex Andrews says, Tiger Drill decals. Aaron says, of course, Bill, with their consent. Yeah. Phantom Jester Dual LAN. That's a mouthful. They say, how about the all-important ejection warning decal? Possible. Like I said, everything's on the table at this point. Everything. Julius Dembski Sarge. He says, are you going to squeeze in a Mecha Army decal? Perhaps. Perhaps. Greg Blair says, so how about the Verkos style V-style markings? The quality of yours would surpass already, right? It already does. Bill says, why not underused mythology logos like for Prussian or Celtic emblems? Bill's all into that shit, isn't he? I can tell, right? That's cool though. Henry says, I see. Zero Kai, Mr. Nathan's over there on YouTube. He says, Tim, this drill bits move plastic like knife to butter. Yeah, I saw those, man. The little chamfering bits. I like it. Excuse me. William Wilms, Mr. Over there on the Mech Army Facebook page, he says, we all want those diamond limited sheets that only Mikkel sells. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to talk to Mikkel on that one, buddy, because I can't get them. They're limited to me, too. I can't even get them. It's just, Mikkel worked out some sort of weird deal. I don't know what his thing is. You're going to have to talk to him. Superset 5's over there on Twitch. What's up, Michael? He says, as long as I can get an open season decal for the GM Sniper, I'll be a happy builder. Nice. Terry T. What's up, Terry? He's over there on YouTube. He says, I already set aside money for Sheet 3 months ago. He says, I'm excited. Nice. Beck Storm over there on YouTube. He says, instead of yellow and black danger stripes, how about making it white and clear? Then you could paint the decal, place it on different colored kits. Yeah, we actually already have something like that on the 2 white sheets. Actually, I think the first one had right down the bottom had some warning stripes, right? There she is, Miss Tex Merquise. She says needs a missing host decal. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah, well, there's that, right? Bill says, for example, for the Prussian god of thunder, Perun, make an axe or heat hawk with lightning striking it. Just food for thought. Could be interesting. It could be interesting. We'll figure something out. We'll definitely figure something out. But I do want to take a bit of a departure to this. And Will, over there on the Facebook, or the Mech Army Facebook group, he says, letters and numbers sheet for the builder to designate their own models. Yeah, and that's I had wanted that to be kind of the direction that we might go with Sheet 3, kind of more letters, numbers kind of things. Maybe not necessarily general warning marks, but or have a limited amount of those, but more designation type of things. So yeah, I think I think you're kind of thinking in the same vein that I am. Let's put it that way. Greg Blair over there on YouTube, he says, your care reaction on my super glue post made me laugh so hard. I heard my 4-year-old niece yell from the other room, Uncle Greg is having a belly laugh. Nice. Hey, man, I do what I can, right? Scuffles, he's over there on Twitch. He says, what about some decals that are mirror reverse so you can put them behind something transparent, like maybe a cockpit? It's interesting. I don't know how much of a draw it would have, Scuffles. That's something like that I think would probably be pretty limited, unfortunately. Just one of those things. Manny, Mr. Mech Dio, he's over there on YouTube. He says, hello, y'all. So is Chris Pabs. What's up, Pabby? He says, hey, Manny. Hendren over there on YouTube, he says, Tim, have you seen the good Mark decals where the clear film comes off? You can do something similar if it doesn't up the production cost. I can only imagine that it would. Let's put it that way. I don't know, honestly, who would make their decals. I don't know if Cartograph, if that's them or not. I'd imagine Cartograph would probably have gangs of sheets with that technology. So I don't think that's a Cartograph thing. So yeah, I don't necessarily see it in the cards for Mecha Decals right now. It's like I said, we're still in our infancy. We only got 2 sheets under our belts right now, so we crawl before we walk, kids, right? Ranger Chris says, walked away for a minute to get some decaf and got roped into watering the yard. So what I miss? Well, not much, Chris. We're talking about the fact that I got the green light for sheet 3. So I'm gonna start designing that very soon, and so that should probably be out sometime later this year. So we're just kind of, everybody's kind of brainstorming and giving me their ideas and stuff like that. So more of an impromptu type of thing. Let's see. Hi, Craig. Colin's with us. He says, hello, everyone. What's going on, dude? Bill over there on YouTube, he says, just all of us trying to brainstorm on ideas, but Tim is about ready to build, I think. Yeah, I think Bill has probably hit it right on the head. Yeah. Cheers, Bill. I think so. I am ready to build, dude. I'm kind of ripping into it. I want to rip into this thing, right? Let's see. Will over there on the Mech Army Facebook group, he says, decal option, mobile suit for sale, like brand new, mechanically sound, AC heater works. Christ. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be doable either, right? Let's see. Ranger Chris says, thought that might be the case given the message you left in regards to the early stream. Oh no, that was just I was dumb busy for work, reformatting 2 PowerPoints into one of our presentations. So for those of you that work within PowerPoint, which I am not an expert in PowerPoint, because PowerPoint is like, I really don't like it. You can tell it's a Microsoft product because it has no rhyme or reason in terms of the panels and tabs and everything. Hey, look at that. Goalie Zero says 100 bits for dumb busy. Nice. Thank you, Carl. Hey, Gumple Builders with the raid. What? All right. Thank you. Hey, real quick, shout out to Carl. Carl, you get one of these. Hey. And then the Gumple Builders for the raid, y'all get one of these. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. Nah. But anyway, what was I saying? Hey. Easy Gen. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mech Army. You get one of these too. Hey, there you go. Oh yeah, PowerPoint. So I was reformatting 2 PowerPoint presentations, and like I said, there's no rhyme or reason. King's Adam, welcome to the Mecha Army as well. You also get one of these. Hey, very good stuff, you guys. Thank you for the raid and the follows. Appreciate it. So yeah, reformatting 2 PowerPoints into our versions is not fun. Microsoft doesn't know how to lay out a UI to save its life. It buries logical processes under layers of different tabs and panels and shit, and it's just terrible, annoying. And like I said, I was working from like 8:30 this morning to like almost 8:30 this evening, reformatting and making these things look pretty. And then the person who made it formatted each individual slide. They didn't use a master slide. They didn't use proper formatting throughout the whole thing, and I was like, I wanted to pull my hair out. Well, what little left I have, I wanted to pull every strand out, just like that. Anyway, it took me a while. I got 2 more to do tomorrow, so God, I hope I have a bit of a system. The second one went a lot quicker than the first one did because I was trying to feel out the formatting and everything. But I got 2 more to do tomorrow, so worst comes to worst, I can take a break and then jump back onto it. After the early stream tomorrow or the daytime stream tomorrow. So, yeah, PowerPoint, the bane of my damned existence right now, you guys. What are you gonna do? It's a job, right? I shouldn't be complaining. Still. Let's see. Fucking Scuffles, man. Scuffles over there on Twitch. I I can't help but laugh. He's funny as shit. He says, did we ever get the decal that says, do not urinate here when active? Not yet. Not yet. Maybe for sheet 10 or something like that, Scuffles, we can figure it out, but no, not yet. Christ. Ranger Chris says, also next sheet needs shark mouths. Greg Blair says, you sound like me talking to a customer selling them a car. Yeah, right. Henry says, you can always have quotes on them like no seam lines, right? Andrew says, haven't used PowerPoint since high school, almost 18 years ago. Well, you're one of the lucky ones. Hey, New Type Nova, welcome. Welcome to the Mecha Army. Thank you for your follow. You get one of these. Yes, there we are. Good stuff tonight so far. Excellent. All right, real quick, let's get caught up with the chat, and then we get in the building, okay? Because, yeah, I want to, like I said, I want to build. I want to get building. Come on. Let's see. Ranger Chris says, Tim, can't we get beyond Thunderdome? Oh, man, 2 minutes or 1 man leave. I'm all about it. Alex Andrews says, I'm going to have to bounce. YouTube being a butt. I'll catch the VOD. Stay safe, y'all. Hashtag support Tim. Nice. Gumpla's G_Gundam. Okay. Anyway. Andrew, Alex, thank you. Appreciate you. King Sadim is over there on Twitch. They say, hey, what's going on? Godspeed, comrade. Thank you. Appreciate that. Bill says, I use PowerPoint every day at work, but that is corporate way of life, dude, right? I am lucky enough to where I don't have to use PowerPoint often. I am mainly Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, social media, that type of stuff. So, Adobe Captivate, which is another fun one. Think PowerPoint, but 4 times as complex, but 4 times easier to use. It's deep. That's all I'm saying. It's freaking deep. Anyway, Gumpa Roman says, but thank God that fucker Clippy the paperclip doesn't pop up to ask me if he can help, right? God. Clippy. Howard Rivera is over there on the Mech Army Facebook page. He says, if I know what you are talking about, I don't know how to use it, but in my work, they forced me to use it in my work, and after I learned to use it, they told me to use it. Hey, whatever works, right? People, man, people, right? Let's see. Corporate stuff, right? Alexander says, YouTube is normally solid, and the other two are as buggy as YouTube is being for me right now. Maybe your connection, Alex, I don't know. Lucas, Mr. Persistent Turtle over there on YouTube, he says, pull hair out and replace with panel lines and mecha decals. Nice, Lucas. Andrew, Mr. RF Aurora says, I half thought that you'd come on into your stream tonight bald, Tim. Dude, I was this close, right? I was just like, especially in the beginning when I saw how everything was formatted and laid out, I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, it was so bad. The formatting was so bad, right? Like, I'm a graphic designer. It's what I do as a profession, normally. But I'm just, when you get formatting and stuff from someone who doesn't know what they're doing, oh, it's so painful to have to reformat that and fix the mistakes and go back and everything. It's harder to do that than it is to just create it from scratch, quite frankly. It sucks. And then I had to take out branding and everything and just kind of generalize it, and pain in my ass. Anyway, Scott Day's over there on Facebook. He says, hey, Tim, back again. Feeling better after my surgery. Excellent, Scott. That's good to hear, buddy. Starting to get color on my Epion Gundam, and the Libra base is primed and looking good. Excellent. That's really good to hear, dude. Really good to hear. Andrew says, nah, tiger mouths on the decal sheets. Maybe. Nick, I'm gonna try to pronounce your name. Burgess. Let's go with Burgess. Bergwies? I don't know. I'm probably butchering your name. I am so sorry. He says, hey man, happy to check in for a first. Got some of those awesome decals you're in on. Truly a huge difference from standard slides. Dude, thank you, man. Yeah, we're really very, very proud of Mecha Decals. Cartograph does a wonderful job printing them. I think the designs work really, really well with sizing and all that. So, yeah. Thank you. New Type Nova's over there on Twitch. They say, hey, what's going on? Scuffle says, PowerPoint isn't bad when you're making your own deck, but reformatting somebody else's, pass. Dude, and that's the thing. Like I said, like, it's like that old adage, like, you've seen like the funny ads, like, for carpenters and stuff, like, what is it, like $20 an hour to, Mr. Fix-It, 30 for you to help, but then like 100 for me to fix your mistake, something like that. That's kind of how I was feeling this afternoon. Tashi's over there on YouTube. He says, ooh, tiny shark mouths to put on core fighters. It'll look great on a GPO 1 or 3. Nice. Honestly, I think, guys, shark mouths are probably gonna have to wait because they are a 2-color type of thing generally, right? So I think, yeah, we'll probably have to wait on those. So don't get your hopes up just yet. Brandon's over there on YouTube. He says, just stopping in. Hope you're all doing well on this poppy, I think he meant happy Monday, right? What's going on, Brandon? Let's see. Goalie Zero, Mr. Carl's over there on Twitch. He says, you can't reformat stupid. Ain't that the truth, buddy? Chris Degger over there on YouTube. He says, when I first started work, old timer said, if you never want to do something, don't get good at it. I never understood till I had to use After Effects every day. Dude, yes. I am trying my hardest right now to learn After Effects. That's like I think that's the last in the Adobe suite that I have to learn, and that's the one I've been putting off and kind of dreading. And it's just so freaking deep and complex. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. Pab says, I'm still working. Been working since 7 a.m. I mean, do you want a cookie, Pabs? Like, just saying. Scuffle says, you can't re-stupid a format, too. That's true. Shit. Merritt Philbin's over there on YouTube. He says, evening all. What's going on, Merritt? Tashi, he's got a question over there.
We have a question.
He says, got dark spots on some parts after letting them dry after washing. What's up with that? Was able to clean it off with a bit of ISO on a towel. That's my first time seeing that. Interesting. Tashi, like, dark spots, were they like, like little black spots or something? Or were they just like little hazy marks? What was it? Like, and was it like before you primed? Like, give us a little bit more detail here, man, because I've never heard of that before. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Tech says to Pabs, she says, I just stopped working. LOL, kill me. Come on. We're all hard-working people, right? Yeah. Anyway. Howard Rivera over there on the Mecha Army Facebook group. He says, I'm going to modify a master grade that has a shield. I am going to put other types of weapons and modify the shield. Is that I see it as a shield, and then I will buy some striker? Okay. Sounds like a project, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. Ty Furious is over there on YouTube. He says, I totally just went on a spending spree, bought a whole bunch of styrene and going to add it to a Mark II for the first time. Also bought all the Mecha Decals. Thank you. Appreciate that, buddy. let's see. I know I missed something. Did I miss something? I think I missed. No, I guess not. Anyway, where did I leave off though? Right here. Brandon says that package says it will be to me Wednesday. Tim, very excited. Thank you again. You're welcome, buddy. You are welcome. Otaku Dan's over there on YouTube. He says everyone wants shark mouths when I want pin-up decals. Everybody wants everything, right? Crazy. Chris Pab says yes, please. He wants cookies. Somebody send the man a cookie. Chris Degger says, hey, look at this. Cram Z81. What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mecha Army. You get one of these. Yes. Good stuff. But Chris Degger says, After Effects is trash. I'd rather use Nuke if you can get your company to spring for it. Nope. That ain't gonna happen. No. Chris Pab says, guess what I'm working in? After Effects. Womp womp. Ranger Chris says, why not both? Let's see. Byron D. Navarre Jr., he's over there on Facebook. He says, I'll take you up on that cookie. You're going to have to fight Pabs over it. I'm sorry. Bill says, I am still at work too, but not for long. Pab says to Tex, I pull the trigger if you pull the trigger for me. Wow, double combo, just, right? That ain't gonna work. Anyway, Manny says, hey, question. Okay.
We have a question.
What is a good Iwata to start off with besides the Neo? Yeesh. I mean, at that point, you're kind of narrowing it down there, Manny. If it's not the Neo, which is their entry level, and it's a fabulous airbrush, in my opinion, for the price point, I would go straight to an Eclipse. Yeah, straight to an Eclipse. That's probably going to be your best bet. Plamo Build Report hosting. What's going on, dude? Thank you for that. You get one of these as well. Hey. Oh, look at this. With the sub, too. It's been a year or so. Just need to remind myself to sub every month. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, brother. Get another one. Why not? We're giving them out tonight. Yeah. Good stuff. Anyway. Let's see. So Manny, go with Iwata, the Eclipse. Yeah. Gary, Mr. Wyrag Gumpley, he's over there on Twitch, spamming the Mecha Army emote over there. What's going on, Gary? Long time no see, buddy. Andrew says, not at the moment, unemployed. Anyone hiring for office jobs? Maybe. Tex Merquise, she says to Pabs, rock, paper, scissors for it. Greg Blair, okay, everyone stop talking, let the man build, right? Everybody's getting the comments in. Let's see. Pabs says the Eclipse. Yep. Pabs says, yeah, I'm down to Jankin. Jankin? I don't know. Let's see. Howard Vera says, sorry, GM. Gotcha. Hey, still. Sounds like a fun project, Howard. Let's see. Tex has a question.
We have a question.
She says, are you going to build it all today? Shut up. Yes. Henry says, Neo is awesome. Byron over there on Facebook. I actually just bought the Neo this morning. Hey, there you go. Chris Degger, Eclipse HPBS is working well for me. Greg Blair, thank you, Tex. Merritt says, best airbrush for fine detail. That will be the next investment for me. Hey, Silk Padre with the subscribe. Thank you. Get one of those too. Yeah, I mean, I think a Neo would be fine for that because it's got a smaller nozzle. Merritt. Byron says, haven't had a chance to use it yet, though. Still waiting on my orders from USA Gundam Store. Nice. Henry says, almost an hour. Yeah, dude, I know, right? Come on. Andrew says, I have a Badger Chrome for fine detail. Okay. And Tex says, Jesus Christ. Her build-a-logical clock is ticking. Wow. Alrighty there. I'm not going to touch that one. Nope. Tashi says was washing them to get rid of fingerprints, and after drying, they were circular stains, slightly darker than the color of the plastic. I'll look for a pic and throw it in the Facebook group if I can have one. Yeah, dude. Because it's weird. I've never really heard of that before. So yeah, throw it in the group and let's see if we can diagnose it for you. Anyway, like Greg and Armida are hammering me about. Let's go camera 2. Yeah, there. Let's get to building, shall we? Let's get rid of the hat. And there we go. All right, so this is kind of where we left off. I didn't get much done over the weekend, I'll be honest with you, because of things. But what I did get done was just I put this little locating tab right down here at the bottom. So now this thing it's not all loosey-goosey. It basically pops right in there and perfectly straight right down the line. So that's kind of where we are. This little guy's glued together, looking good. Just got to clean up a little bit of super glue underneath of there, and this should be one solid piece after we're good to go here. So let's just get this little bit of super glue squeeze out, trimmed off here, and let's go ahead and bring in our file. Let's just do this real quick. And we're going to switch out here to the square file. And there we go. Nice and smooth. Bada boom, bada bang. Good to go. Good to go. All right, so we're going to still continue to work on the front here. I want to add a little bit more onto this little weird detail section here, right? Hendren was nice enough to suggest this, and I think that is starting to turn out really, really well. So Hendren, good call on all this. Still more to do, obviously, right? Still more to do. All right, so what I'm thinking is have something kind of come out almost like this at like a 45-degree angle out this way. And I don't know if it's going to be this thickness. I don't know if we want to do something thinner, maybe like a 4mm or something like that. But that's kind of the idea that I've got in mind right now for this. So let's see. There's like a 4mm, and that would look kind of cool. That would match up with this angle right here, right? So we might have to go with that. But I want a 1mm piece here. That's going to be the stipulation here, and that was just a ooh, no, this has got to be 3/4, and it is. All right. What's this? This is 4.8 though, isn't it? Yep, that is. Shit. Where's our 4mm by 1mm? Is this it? This feels like, yeah, that's 3/4 as well. No, that's not it. Maybe we don't have a 1mm by 4. Or is this it? Nope, that's not it. All right, let's just screw it. Let's just get a 4mm strip over here, yeah? Let's see. 1 by 4mm. Here we go. Oh, this is the last 1 by 4 I got. Shit. I gotta order some more. Or do I have any more? Nope, that's the last one. Jesus. I gotta order that. I gotta order 4.8 in 1mm. I gotta get some stock back up in this bitch. Alright. So, yeah, something kind of like that to match that angle. I think that would look kind of good. And nothing too crazy. Maybe it's just something like that, right? Just something like that. Just something simple. understated, right? I think it's going to be good. All right, let's bring in the chopper, right like this, and let's see, what's our length going to be? Maybe 10 mil? Yeah, I think that looks like a winner. So we'll use our little wave T-square since it's exactly 10 mil wide. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Chop 2 strips off of there. Put this off to the side. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to miter both of these corners. So we're going to use a 0.5 millimeter strip here as our distance gauge. Lock that into place. Get that arm down. Get the 45 degree in there. And we're gonna do 45s on all the different corners here. Watch your digits, because you don't want to chop off your finger. And there's the first one. Okay. Whew. And there's the second one. All right, so let's get this out of here. And then what we'll do is we'll get our little sanding block here. This is 600. We're going to neatly and nicely square up these corners, these little miters that we did here, because just that small little cut isn't perfectly straight. We just need to clean it up a little bit. Nothing big. Not a big deal. Just like that. That looks good. And there we go. All right, so now we basically position this just like that, and that I think will look pretty nice, kind of jutting out there, almost like a balance, right? Even out the aesthetics a little bit. Okay. Good there, and last but not least, and there we are. All right, 2 perfectly matched up little parts there. Now, what we're also going to do is to let's see, connect these. We're going to connect these with that little strip of 2 millimeter, right? So let's go ahead and we're just going to cut an arbitrary strip here, because we're going to trim this back from, we're going to trim this back and match it with the parts anyway, so we don't need it. It doesn't need to be square at the ends or anything like that. That's not a big deal. So what we're going to do, though, is put our glue line in here, just so that we have a place to glue this up, right? Now, let's get all these parts on our 1, 2, 3 block. Let's get you zoomed in a little bit more so you can kind of see what we're up to here. And let's get this. Super glue spread out there. Now let's get this placed on this piece. Very good. Very good. Overhang on both sides, looking nice. Press that into place. Excellent. Now, the other thing that we need to do is we need to get an equal sized strip here, because this portion here is not just 1 millimeter, it's 1.5. So we need to tack on another 0.5 millimeter for that gap. So go ahead and clip that off there. Load that into our tweezers and get a little bit of super glue on here. Nothing much, nothing crazy. Whoa. That was a first. Stuck right to the bottle. There we are. And then this goes in place. Just like that. Press that down. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. Now, we need to see how much we need to take off of this internal strip here, right? Now, this will be the front side, so I don't want to necessarily clip that down too much. We're just basically taking off the low-hanging fruit there. But what we need to do is we need to figure out how much of this strip we need to clip back so that it will fit into our piece here, right? So let's see, we're gonna go right about there. There's that mark. All right, so we can simply take our hobby knife and cut right into that. Not all the way down, not all the way down, but far enough. And we can take our little nippers, and that pops it right out of there with minimal cleanup. And then now, this fits right in there very nicely. Perfect. Focus. Nope. Focus. Yeah, so that fits right in there just like that. Perfect. So now we can glue these two pieces up. And what we're going to end up doing is gluing them like this. Hopefully we can glue them like that. Little challenge, but not a big deal. Okay. That looks pretty good. Pretty well aligned. Yeah, that looks nice and straight. Excellent. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. All right, now we can use our hobby knife here and trim off this excess right up here in the front. We can trim that right to the part. All right, so now that's looking pretty good, and this thing should pop right in there, just like that. Focus, come on. Yeah. So that I think will look pretty nice. You've got some different levels and stuff there. I think that looks really quite good. And that'll balance out the entire kind of look for this thing, right? Yeah. I think it looks pretty good. All right, let's clean this piece up here real quick, yeah? What time is it? 11:01. Cool. Moving right along. Moving right along. Oh, let's see. Hendren says, Tim, make those two pieces and have them connected with a tube in the middle. See, I didn't want to do that because we already did that with this guy back here, right? Well, it would be good if it was on screen. But we did that with this guy back here, right? And I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I went with just the kind of straight bar look here, right? So, but now what we got to do is we just have to even everything out here. So we're using a 1.5 millimeter chisel for obvious reasons. This is 1.5 millimeters wide here, and this will clean up not only the super glue squeeze out, this will also clean and even the surface out between the two strips of styrene. And there we go. That is one solid looking piece. Excellent. All right, now for the other side real quick. Definitely super glue squeeze out on this side. Bunch of it. All right. There's that too. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was kind of bevel back this rod in the middle here, the square rod, just so it kind of fits the aesthetic, right? We are. Okay. I like it. I like it. And again, that's basically what it will look like. Still, still clean up to do. We're gonna insert or install some circular little details to make it look like it's hinged and all of that, right? So we're gonna jump on that here. We're gonna jump on that here right now, shall we? Yeah, I think so. All right. Let's see. Now to find little circular details small enough here. All right, that's a good candidate right there. Let's see. Here's another one. This one isn't bad. Ah, this one too. Let's see, just kind of going through the bin of parts here. None of those. These have possibilities. do those. Some of those. And what else? Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Henry says, Tim, that red circular shape come with that tip. What do you mean, Hendron? I'm not sure. This this little insert here, this red part was actually a thruster from the Briarland 144. So technically, no, this came from that. So, yeah. All right. So, let's get this back actually off of there. Let's get this guy back on there. There's our new piece. Okay. And now, what I'm thinking is probably a decent sized circular piece right there. 2 millimeters, I think, is gonna be the one. I think this is P016. These are actually 3 millimeters. These bottom ones are 2 millimeters, but these are 3 millimeters. I think those are the ones that we're gonna be going for. 3 millimeters in those two spots. Okay, there's one. There's two. All right, put that off to the side here real quick. Let's get these cleaned up and then installed. And this thing will start to kind of come to life a little bit. Come on, work with me here. Now this side, let's go. Jesus. These little pieces are a pain in the ass. There we are. There's one. Kodo parts. Yeah, dude, these are Kodo parts, man. Teeny tiny little Kodo parts. Teeny tiny little Kodo parts. Just thankful for this NT cutter, man. It's tiny, so it can be very maneuverable when you're holding teeny tiny parts like that, right? Alright, so we'll get this guy pulled off of there. Let's go ahead and stab that, and let's get our little super glue palette in here, right? And pop a drop right there. Dip that bad boy in here, get the excess off of that. Alright, so now right about there. There we are. That looks good. Yeah. Do the same thing to its little friend here. Ooh, hey now. Hedgehog Brew Co. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mecha Army. In just a second, I'll give you one of these. Or not. Hey. There we are. Word. Okay. So there's that. There's that. Pretty nice. Looking good. The circular little details definitely add a lot more life to it, right? Adds a lot more life to it. Now, this little guy here. Let me even that up. Even that up. Just make sure all these sides before we install this are nice, square, even, all that good stuff, right? Okay. Yep, that all looks good. All right. Rocking. Okay, so now, excuse me, what we're going to do, we're going to pop a little drop of super glue right into that little cavity right there, right? And then we're ever so carefully and quickly going to glue this sumbitch into place. And the cool thing is that excess will fill in those gaps, and then we can just chisel the rest out. Not a big deal. And there's that. Yeah. Right. Looks good. I like it. I like it. Yep. I like it. Bill says that's supposed to be like a connection for storage, a counterweight. Hendren says, or more a balancer for the bazooka. I mean, it could be anything, right? It could be whatever you want the damn thing to be. I just see it as a more aesthetic type of detail, honestly. Because when you throw that dude on there, see how it just kind of, that whole look now just flows front to back, right? Now, obviously, I still want to do a little bit more up here on top, but man, that front barrel, and then you throw, come here, you little shit. You throw that little antenna thing on there. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. I dig it. I dig it. This is almost like it has shades of, this little thing almost has shades of Advance of Zeta for me. That's kind of almost what I get out of it, right? At least a little bit. Okay. What do we do? Let's get some Instaset in here. Get this cured real quick. And then we'll figure out what kind of circular little details we want to put there. I'm thinking probably a similar sort of thing, right? Hell, maybe even the same size. Maybe the same exact ones. I mean, that would be logical, right? I think so. Let's just do that. Make it simple. Alright, so there's our two other little, come back here. There we go. And we'll put our little circular details back over here in the bin. just like that. And while that's curing, let's get these cleaned up. Whoop, come back here. Or at least try to. Okay, there's that. And come on, little guy. Alright, so there's both of those. Flip those over just like that. Alright, let's check to see if this is cured yet. And it looks like it's almost there. And we're going to give that a few more minutes to cure on the middle there, right? While we're waiting for that to cure, let's go ahead and install these little guys. Need a little bit more super glue on that palette there. Try to knock some of the excess off of there. And focus. There we go. Yeah. This almost looks like it folds back almost now, which I kind of like. Yeah. All right, so there's that. Nice and symmetrical. Looking good. Not bad. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it a lot. All right. So let's go ahead and remove this piece off of here. Let's get the super glue squeeze out cleaned up inside of this gap here. We're going to have to flip the chisel over to kind of get leverage inside of this thing. Okay. Looking good. All right. Looks pretty nice. Just even up this side real quick, and I think we should be good to go. There's that side. All right, so now flip this over, do the same thing to this back side here, and then we've got almost a finished piece. Okay. Just basically you have to whittle out the super glue squeeze out. Alright, good stuff there. Swing it back around, get this leveled out here. I think we're almost there. Yep, looking good. Just need a couple passes with the chisel. Just like that. Perfect. All right. Now, last thing I wanted to do here was to slightly bevel some of these parts here, just to give them a little bit more realistic mechanical look. And we're just doing this with the hobby knife. Simple stuff, you know, just basically scraping down the hard edges. This is probably one of the better finishing pieces, or one of the finishing steps that I like to do when doing scratch build parts like this. And you know, basically it's just, you never see really hard corners like this in, you know, modern machinery most of the time, right? So by beveling these out, softening these corners, it just makes it, at least how I feel, makes it a little bit more realistic. Okay, now, a little bit of a difficult part here are these top three corners here that are, number one, flanked by this little circular piece, but then on the other side, we've got a flat piece there. So we've got a very, very small room there, and we can't fit in the hobby knife. So what I'm going to end up having to do is use the chisel and just bevel those corners with this. Does the same job, just different tool for different circumstances, right? now we'll go back to the hobby knife. Hey now. Edward Leonard, $5 super chat. He says, got some good news on my mom. She has kind of mutation only 30% have, and she no longer has to do chemo. She can take a pill, cancer not need at 80. Hey, that is awesome. That's really good news, Leonard. Give your best to my mom, man. That's great. Whew, man, yeah, I can't imagine having to do chemo at 80. Like that, I mean, if you could take a pill, oh man, hell yeah. That's really good news, dude. Like, seriously, give her my best wishes. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is really, really good. He says, I'm happy. I bet you're happy. I'm happy for you, man. That's fucking awesome. Dude, that is great. That is really good news. I'm serious. That makes me smile. I needed a smile. After this weekend, yeah. I think a lot of us needed a smile. That, my friends, looks pretty good. Little super glue squeeze out that we're going to need to clean up on the little circular parts, but other than that, I think this piece is looking really nice. Yeah. I think those bevels really make a pretty big impact. Alright, good stuff there. Alright, so... Oh, man. Let's get caught up with the chat real quick, yeah? Oh, let's see. We obviously missed a lot. Shit. Jesus. Yeah, we missed a ton, didn't we? Holy crap. I might have to skip some comments here, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, I'm basically just going to cycle through and pick out the big points. Fair? All right. Let's see. Sorvon Zero, he's over there on Twitch. What's up, dude? He says that's why beam launchers are better. They come with a bayonet built in. There you go. Good. Pab says, since moving to Mr. Hobby Pro Con airbrushes, he says, I don't think I'm ever going to use any other. Fair. My only problem with Mr. Hobby airbrushes right now are that problem with the issue with getting parts, right? I know there are some places that you can get parts and stuff like that, but it's not nearly as common as, say, Iwata, Badger, Pash, etc. That's my main issue. That's my main issue. Zero Kai, Nathan, he's got a question.
We have a question.
He says, Tim, do you still have the line art for that GM Spartan build you were doing a while back? Can you PM it to me? Yeah, dude. Hit me up and remind me, and I will send it to you. Yeah. Actually, no. Nathan, email me because the images are pretty large. So email me, tim@childofmecha.com, and I'll email those back to you. Okay. Let's see. Did YouTube lag out? Is it back? We good? I guess we're good. We'll see, right? All right. And people are saying, yeah, it lagged out a little bit. It is YouTube, so what are you going to do? Carl, Goalie Zero over there on Twitch, he says, bazookas need more kickstands, right? Gert Madirt, he says, oh, yeah, man, I like how that's looking. Thank you, man. Excuse me. Andrew says, I need to make a list of styrene to buy from Evergreen. Just buy it all. Shh. Let's see. Yep. Kodo parts. Yep. Hendred says, I've lost so many of them little parts, dude. You're not alone, man. Let's see. Hendren says at the same time it makes the new design flow better. Yeah, the this little white deal down here, I think so too. I think that was a really good suggestion, Hendren. I do. He says without it, the barrel tip was too naked. Yeah, I think so. Gert McDirt has a question.
We have a question.
He says, what did you use for the green on the airdrop's marking lights? Man, so vibrant. Okay, so that is actually based with a coat of white first, because that's important, and then Mr. Color fluorescent green. So, yeah, the white is massively important because the fluorescent colors aren't truly opaque. They are just a hint of transparency to them. So, if you lay them down over a color, it will absolutely take the hue of that particular color. Unlike their other paint in that line. So that's why I had to go with a white base layer. But yeah, coat of white, coat of fluorescent green. That's what is on there. So, yep. Bill says, I get more a Thunderbolt feel with the bulkiness and everything, which isn't a bad thing. Which is not a bad thing. Yeah. Andrew says, oh, I don't know if anyone has seen it yet, but it looks like Tamiya is putting their lacquer line in jars for sale in the U.S. starting in October. What? For real? That's good shit. Hell yeah. That's good shit right there. I like that. I like that idea. I open up the color spectrum even more. Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, and Bill says, now let's see the price point. I agree, yeah. You know, $3 a jar, I'm sold. I'm sold. Greg Blair says, if it's under $5 a bottle, I'm throwing out my acrylics. Dude, it needs to be under $3. Gert McDirt says, yeah, bringing enamels over would be so nice. I don't know. I think that has to do with shipping restrictions and yeah. And Bill says EPA restrictions and stuff. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Testers. Blech. Testers is going bye-bye from what I understand. Manny says, well, bought the Iwata Neo for me. Love buying myself birthday presents. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Manny, just FYI, I checked on your hat today. It's still sitting kind of waiting in line. I placed an order for stuff for me on the same day that I placed your order, and my stuff is still waiting in line too. So, and then there's actually an order that was made 3 days before ours, and that's still waiting in line. So, yeah, my production company is backed up like a crackhead right now. So, what are you gonna do? Let's see. Andrew says, okay, I just checked again. Tamiya's selling their lacquers in 10-ounce jars. Wait a minute. That can't be... Andrew, that can't be right, dude. 10 ounces? Nah. 16 ounces is no, wait. 10 ounces. What is this? All right, so... This is 16.9 ounces, right? So say you cut off, like, that much, probably is 7 ounces. That is not the jar that they're selling for $250 to $340. I'm sorry, man. 10 milliliter. 10 milliliter. For real? 10 mil? That seems small. Are you sure it's not 30 mil? Because, let me see something here. I thought... Oh no, that is 10 mil. Okay. See, for some reason I thought Mr. Hobby was, or Mr. Color was 30 mil. Maybe I'm thinking of Mr. Surfacer in the jar. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is 40 mil, so that's what I was probably thinking. So yeah, so basically same size jars as your little Tamiya and your little Mr. Color for what, $250 to $340 from their website. It's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Hell yeah. Woody, yes, your shirts are currently in production right now. The one that's kind of holding it up is the tank top. But when I checked on it earlier today, it said that the status, they had picked it, basically picked the shirt for the order, and they had moved it along to production. The other two shirts, from what it looks like, were in the QC phase, quality control. Let me just double check here right quick. One little second here for you, Woody, and I will tell you what the current status is. Okay, so the so Woody, your shirt, your daughter's shirt are both printed out of quality control and into sorting, so it basically is one step ahead of packaging and printing. The tank top right now is in the printing stage. So, I would say my best guesstimate, and don't hold me to this because shit is weird right now, maybe another day or two before you get the shipping notice. So, yeah, I think so. What else? Oh, question. Okay, sorry, I saw that I saw your name, and what about the shirts? You know, I missed your first one because I haven't got caught up that far. But Woody's got a question. Okay.
We have a question.
He says, when preparing to apply decals, do you use clear coat, or do you clear coat the armor parts assembled to the inner frame or individually? I always do it individually. Always, always, always. Because if you don't coat everything nice and evenly, you're going to get a weird finish at the very end. At least that's what that's how I feel, right? So say, excuse me. So say you, everything's, flat and everything before you clear coat it for decals. You give it a nice clear, a gloss clear coat, but you miss some spots maybe on the underside or in the inner frame and stuff like that. You go to flat those at the end. You're going to have a little sheen difference between what was glossed and what was, you know, uncoated, right? So what I would always suggest is to take them apart, disassemble them completely, and clear coat them that way. So that would be my advice, because that's what I do, and I get a, you know, uniform finish every single time. So that's what I would always suggest. So, but good question. Good question. All right, so let's get caught up with the rest of the chat here right quick, you guys. Let's see, 250 to 340. That's probably going to be their retail. So, hey, EDM Vibes, new follower. Thank you. Welcome to the Mecha Army. You get one of these. Hey. And then Woody says, what about your final matte coat? Yeah, do that all separate. Everything separate. Everything separate. And then once those are all completely coated and everything, final assembly. Yeah. And then at that point, you know, what you can do is, you know, you can use one of these guys right here. You know, one of these type of bits to remount any, you know, receiving holes for the pegs if they, you know, if they don't quite fit perfectly. You know, you can super glue parts into place, all that good stuff. You know, that's what I do, and it works very well. It works really well. So, yeah. Kenneth is over here on YouTube. He says, what did I miss? Oh, man. Kenneth, you asked that, what, almost 20 minutes ago, buddy. So you probably missed a good portion. We were working on this guy right here, kind of finishing off the front edge. That little front scratch-built part there. Let's see. Andrew has a question.
We have a question.
He says, can you throw up a link I'll send you in Messenger for everyone here to check out, please? Absolutely, dude. Andrew, shoot it to me on my account, or my normal account. Or did you shoot it to me on the Facebook page? Because I don't know. Let's see. It's getting there. Let's see. Tamiya lacquer. Yeah, Tamiya lacquers. I'm excited about that. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Bill says, if when you upgrade from the Neo, I would grab a larger nozzle and start using the Neo solely for primer. Yeah. Or, or what I do is to, okay, here's Andrew's link. Linky link. Oh, damn it, Andrew. Just as soon as I brought up the freaking page. That's okay, though. Copy link address. All right, guys, here is the good old link from Andrew about the Tamiya. What? Let's take a looky look, shall we? That is a long-ass link. I'm going to tell you that right now. Tamiya color lacquer. Look at that. 10 mil. Good shit. Let's go. Let's see. Ooh. Coming soon. Yeah. I dig it. Yeah, 340 to 250 to 340. Looks like the metallics are 340, and the other colors are just 250. I like some of these color choices. Yeah. Now, are they bringing the entire line over? It looks like they are. What? Yeah, Bill says more color options is always a good thing, right? That's what I'm talking about. Gloss aluminum. That's $360 though. That's 20 cents more. Gloss aluminum. All right. And I like these, I like the differences, like the light gray and insignia white. They're super light grays and stuff like that. I dig it. Light gunmetal. Ooh. Yeah. See? This is going to be good, you guys. This is going to be good. Metallic black. All right. Racing blue. Damn. Some of these colors would be great. Yeah, I'm digging it. Andrew, good score, man. Good score on that. That's a good find. Hell yeah. I like it. I like it. Rock and roll. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Talking about the Tamiya lacquers. Man, you guys are going a mile a minute with the chat here. Killing me right now, you guys. Let's see. Tashi said, had to step out for a bit, but I'm back now. If you haven't seen, Greg in the Facebook chat helped out with the spot problem. Was just some dried water / soap. Oh, cool. Thank you, Tashi. Appreciate that, buddy. Bill says, does anyone own an Iwata Neo who can give Manny specifics on what it includes? Yeah, Manny, what, shit. It has, let me see. So, if I remember correctly, the Iwata Neo here comes with this nice big cup, but then it also has a smaller one. This one's obviously got a lid to it. The nozzle in here, I think, is a 0.3 millimeter. But yeah. So, the one thing to know about the Neo, kids, is that it does not have... This does not have O-rings. There are no O-rings whatsoever. There is a liquid, I guess, sealant here instead of an O-ring, right? So keep that in mind. That's not the greatest thing in the world, but you can still, this thing is still a solid choice for your first initial airbrush. Now, what gets me is that there is an O-ring back here. Focus. Yeah. So there's an O-ring back here, which makes zero goddamn sense, right? Everything, all the internals are the same that like you would imagine, you know, on your typical airbrush. It's just your basic entry-level airbrush, and it's by Iwata, and it's good, right? It's a really good little airbrush. You know, the cup screws off. Oh, and look at that. O-ring. What the fuck? Why do they not have an O-ring up here? That's what I don't understand. The Eclipse has an O-ring up there, and I've never had to replace my O-rings on my Eclipse for damn near 15, 20 years. Right? So, there's my Eclipse. Yes, it is a siphon feed. I prefer siphon feed, kids. For all of you out there that sleep on the siphon feed, come on, bruh. The siphon feed is where it's at. HP, BCS, Iwata Eclipse. This thing has been a Cadillac for me. It's a little dirty, so it's locked up right now because I need to soak it in alcohol and stuff like that. Because I forgot to clean it after I painted the Kylo Ren. But anyway, yeah. See right here? O-ring. Right there. O-ring. Right here? O-ring. Come on. That's the only little downside, my only little beef with the Neo. The only thing. Everything else, the Neo's great. Neo's awesome. Yeah. Chris Pab says it's actually Neo for Iwata. Well, aren't you special? Let's see. it going, keep it going, keep it going. Let's see. There's the link. Creeping freely for you too, Miss John Lynn. She's with us. What's up, John Lynn? Merritt says, shameless plug. Check out my Zagok Stingray build on Facebook, Instagram, submitted 1 hour before the deadline. Excited for the Tamiya lacquers. Yeah, no, Merritt, I think your Zagok Stingray was badass, dude. I love the paint scheme on it. I'm not gonna lie. Love the paint scheme on it. Let's see. Kenneth says rubber black, good for car builders. Actually, yeah, that and good for Star Wars builders too, believe it or not, because that's the color I used on Kylo Ren for most of it. Because it's not true black, but it's dark enough to kind of fool your eye into it. Yeah. Let's see. Super Says 5 says, I can't click the link on my Xbox. When do these paints come out? October. Yeah. Sorban says some say June, some say October, some aren't marked for the month. Okay, thank you, Sorban. Appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. All right, so now we look like we're caught up, yeah? Yeah, okay. Merritt says, much appreciated, was fun to do, I bet, right? Bill says, gravity and siphon feeds have upsides. True. Gert Dirt says, hey, as I'm getting more familiar with my gravity feed Eclipse, having a siphon as well would be super freaking nice. I'm going to tell you what, you guys, so I always preach to the church of the siphon feed. There's nothing wrong with gravity feed. In fact, that's what most people use, and I get that, and that's all good and well. But this is the thing. For my painting style, and mind you, I don't pre-shade or any of that jazz. I don't go crazy with it. I just, solid colors, do my thing, shade things after the fact with the Tamiya weathering powders, and that seems to work for me. But the cleanup and the switch between colors on a siphon feed is so quick and so easy. You're going to need fast caps, right? For your jars and stuff like that. And those are pretty cheap and inexpensive. I've got, I think, maybe a couple dozen of them at this point. All I do is have a little jar of isopropyl alcohol. You can use lacquer thinner or whatever as well. But I have a little jar of that on standby, kind of sitting in my spray booth at all times. And then, once I'm done with the color, I pop that out of there, spray out the excess that's in the airbrush itself, pop the little jar of isopropyl alcohol in that, spray that for several seconds until, it's completely clear. Take a wadded up paper towel, clean out the siphon tube and everything like that on the airbrush, and basically all I do from there on, grab my next paint, pop on a new fast cap, plug it in, ready to go. Easy. It's easy. Yeah. And the cool thing is like you can go from colors like red to white, or black to white, or blue to yellow, and there's no hue difference. It's awesome. You can shoot metallics first, and then you can shoot opaques. It's a really good system. Really good system. So, yeah. Let's see. Manny says, can't you just get the O-ring and replace the sealant? You probably could. I just have never been bothered with it. Honestly. It's never failed me. But my only thing is, like, it probably will. You know what I mean? So, until it fails me, I'm not going to worry about it. I very rarely use the Neo anyways, except for certain occasions, right? Certain occasions. So, yeah. Let's see. Bill says, I like the idea of siphon for custom color mixes. For shading, I would say gravity feed is easier. Yeah, for shading, probably right. For shading, you're probably right. But you can throw on a 0.2, a 0.3 onto the siphon feed and be perfectly fine. You can still crank that pressure down and still get a really, really nice fine line. You know, and you can control the whole thing just like you can with a gravity feed. Now, you could probably get better, say, gradients and stuff like that, and smoother gradients with a gravity feed, because you can crank down the pressure a lot more than, say, for a siphon feed. A siphon feed obviously needs a certain amount of pressure to pull the paint and to propel it. But for a gravity feed, obviously, it's not pulling the paint up from the jar. The paint is being fed with gravity down into the airstream, so you can use a lot less air on, say a gravity feed. So you can get better gradients, smoother gradients with a gravity feed, and that's one of the rare instances that I would switch over to the Neo. But I hardly ever do gradients. That's just not me. But if you do, then yeah, go gravity feed. But if you're just doing solid colors like me, shit, siphon feed is the way to go. Yeah. And I keep my 0.5 nozzle in there. I don't give a shit about the smaller nozzles. I keep my 0.5 in there at all times. That's like my everyday nozzle. Yep. That's me. Simple to the point, easy, done and over with. I'm not messing around with that shit. So, yeah. Pab says plumber's tape will work, but I hate that stuff. LOL. It's just so ugly. Pabs, stop. Julia says fast cap. What is a fact cap? Fast cap. Basically, it's a jar lid, much like this one, that connects to your jar and has a siphon tube out of it. So that's a fast cap. So basically, you can thin your paint inside the jar if you have room, and you can hook the jar, the actual literal jar. You can hook that up to your airbrush and spray through that. It's awesome. Let's see. Hendren says, use my Badger siphon for primer and clear coats. Easy to switch. It is. Bill says, fast cap is a top for your jar to connect to the airbrush. Yeah, Gert McDirt, I go pretty slow right now, so one color at a time is usually fine. But what you're saying is exactly what I've been thinking on. Yeah. Julie Stemsky says, oh, for the airbrush Tim uses. Got it. Yeah. Manny says, what about the painter pots? Oh, dude, they're like stupid cheap on Amazon. You can get like a dozen for like $12-13. Link in the description. Yeah, it's in the Amazon link, so yeah. But there's a ton of paint jars available on Amazon. You can get master ones with the metal siphon tube, which I really, really like. Don't sleep on those. Those are high quality shits. But those are super cheap too. So you can get really, really inexpensive paint jars. And then if you use one of these up, wash it out, keep it. Paint jar, done. Easy peasy. These, easy. Keep it. You get another one, there's your thinning jar. You put some thinner in here, drop some of the Mr. Surfacer in here, shake this up, you got another whole jar of Mr. Surfacer. I've got 3 empties up there that I use. Yeah. Oh, Bill says paint pot, not the jars. Oh, you mean like for casting? Like the pressure pot? Is that what you're talking about, Manny? I don't know. Like a spray pot. Or you mean like the pot on top of the airbrush? Like, I don't know. Let me know. I'm not sure. Anyway, Gert Dirk says, they're nice to have for sure. Any cheap masters will do fine. You can definitely do something makeshift in the meantime with a 5-gallon bucket or something. Oh, okay. No, it is a stand with a... Oh, like the spray... Oh, that. No, you know what? I used to have one. I don't have one anymore. I just spray it into the spray booth. Like, why even bother with that shit? It doesn't make sense. It makes 0 sense. It made 0 sense to me. It was more trouble than it was worth. Let's put it that way. So no, I got rid of it. And when I'm cleaning my airbrush, I'll just spray it onto the floor of the spray booth. Yeah, easy peasy. Yeah. Pab says, you asked if plumber's tape will work. I answered you, and Tim told me to stop. Yeah, stop. Plumber's tape. Get out of here, Pabs. Bad. Germer Dirt says, it's mostly for gravity feed to spray out excess and rinse the cup. Yeah, I mean, if you use it, if it floats your boat, hey, go with God, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't have any use for it because, like, I got one and I'm using it and I'm like, this is such a waste of time. Like, I tossed it. I was like, this is fucking annoying. I can't do it. I can't be bothered with this. It's just, I don't know. Gertmer Durr says, haha, or you can spray it in the booth. For sure, that works fine. Yeah, exactly. Like, the booth's going to get dirty one way or another, right? So, yeah. Tashi says, Gertmer Durr, you in the Facebook group, I can drop some pics of what the fluoro paint looks like. There you go. Nice. Yeah. Join the Mecha Army Facebook group, kids. But if you're not a member, make sure to answer the questions or you're not going to get in. It's simple. 3 little questions. That's it. So many people have tried to get in, but I've had to deny them because they're too damn lazy to answer the questions. God, answer the questions. That's all it takes. It's simple. Simple. Why can't people answer the questions? I don't understand. Anyway, let's do one quick thing on this on this thingy here, right? Let's put in a couple notches. Okay. So what we're gonna do? Let's see. I think this will work here, but we need this to be thinner. So do we have a thinner? Ooh, wait a minute. Nope. Nope, not you. No. Wow, here we go. There we go. That's gonna work. Actually, we need to thin this down a bit. Let's trim a little bit off of there, and now this should work quite nicely. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Just popping in some 0.6 millimeter notches here real quick. Just to kind of finish off this look, right? Because everything up to now was all kind of a positive type of additions. So by making some negative additions, like notches, panel lines, etc., we're basically just kind of changing up the look and everything, and just kind of giving it a nice variety. There we go. So there's that. Now, what we're also going to do, you know what, let's just raw dog it. Putting a second one right next to it. But a little scribing jig isn't small enough to fit next to it, right? So, well, we just freehand it. And let's see. Zoom in. There we go. And there's the two notches there. Let's make another corresponding one on this side. Okay. Good there. Now swing this back around. Let's finish this out. Oh yeah, see, that looks so good. It looks so much better right there. I know it's hard to see the notches and everything there, but they are there and they are looking really good. Now, one last thing that I want to do is to put a notch right down kind of the center of this thing. Actually, we can use 0.6 if we wanted, because this thing is 1.5 mm, so nice and wide, plenty of room. Okay, really nice looking so far. Okay, now let's deepen this and we should be good to go. Okay, now last thing I want to do is transfer this down to the front just a little bit, not much, just a little, just about there. Okay. Gotta be very, very careful on this front though, because we want to make sure that this line is matched up and looking good. Okay, I think that did it. All right, let's get that cleaned up. Yeah, okay, this is gonna look good. Oh yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. That kind of fits the whole look. Now, let's get this and this out of the way. Let's get super zoomed and take a look at our work, yeah? Boom, boom, and right there. Get the box and 5X. Here we are. Okay, so there's our look right now. Let's get zoomed out just a bit so you can kind of see that whole look there. And let's get focused in. There we are. So you can kind of see what we got going on here. There you can see a nice look at those notches there on the side, right? And they're looking good on both sides there. And then let's see, here is our notch, and I'll get that focused for you here in just a second. There's our middle notch right there along the front. That's a good look right there. You can see that. That's nice. But, yeah. So, and there you can see all of the nice variety of spacing and everything like that in there. And that just, that looks really, really good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah. I'm very happy with that. So then, you get it mocked up onto the actual deal, and then, yeah. Ooh, whoa. Hey, let's go right about there. That should be good. Let's get out of super zoom. Boom. Back to 1. Get rid of the box, and there we are. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's get zoomed out just a bit more so you guys can see exactly what the hell this thing looks like here. But you can see now kind of the overall scope of this thing, right? And like I said, Handren was the one who kind of suggested this little guy right down here, right? And he suggested that on Friday's early stream. And I really, really, really liked that idea. Or no, not... Was it previous Friday? I think it might have been the previous Friday. I forget. Anyway. So I really liked that whole kind of concept. So added that on there, and I think that just really makes this look really, really good, right? So if we spin this around now and kind of take a look at it from that space, and then we put the beam rifle up next to it here, right? You can kind of see these share a lot of the same aesthetics, right? So I'm very happy with the progress on this so far. And then we'll continue to run this kind of same look into the RX itself when we start going into finer details and stuff, you know, obviously later this year. We still have a lot of structure and stuff to do. So, yeah. Anywho, let's get caught up with the chat one more time, and then we're going to wrap it up here for the night, kids. Let's see. Let's see. Where did we leave off? There we are. All right. So, Oh, let's see. Johnlin's got a question for us.
We have a question.
She says, what type of decals do you recommend buying, Tim? Mecha Decals, John Lynn. Always Mecha Decals. Bill says, buy whatever water slides you need and pop on some Mecha Decals for that added detail. Damn right. Charles Dodge says, Gunpla is life, life is freedom, therefore Gunpla is freedom. Charles, you're killing me, buddy. You're killing me right now. Greg Blair says, and don't forget to use oil with those scribing lines. God damn. Charles Dodge says, got to get those silky smooth buttery finishes. Yeah. Buy Mecha Decals. There you go, John Lynn. Buy Mecha Decals. I'm not gonna slap her, or I'm not gonna slap Greg or Charles either. Yeah, just Frankie. John Lynn says, hey, if Tim slaps y'all, then I get to represent him again, right? Andrew says, ask for the tiger drill for payment. Nice. JP Lippert's law offices specifically focuses on cases revolving Tim smacking people. I like it. Let's see. Greg Blair says, especially when it's intentional, he carries a chair with him. Damn right. Always. I always got that thing on me. John Lynn says he's putting me through law school. I mean, buying a house. Nice. She says, Tim's short. He needs the chair for everyday purposes. It's a fair point. Greg Blair says it's called vertically challenged, right? John Lynn says he's got a chair just to work at his desk. Hey. Bill says, I can't wait to be around all of you so I won't feel short any longer. Greg Blair says he's going to fire his lawyer. John Lynn says, nah, Tim loves me. Yeah, she's pretty good. Bill says, I mean, only in Texas does being 6'1" mean you are just average height. Jesus. I wish. John Lynn says, Bill, you can grab that can off the top shelf for me. Exactly. Greg Blair says, oh, I've gotten tons of compliments on the haro you made me. Nice. Mr. Gumpler Ronan says, what's all been going on in here, mates? Just building, man. Just building. Let's see. Let's power through these a little bit. Bill says, I got a shirt coming in on Friday that Tex will love. I sense sarcasm. This should be fun. John Lynn says, I almost stripped that haro. That tester's gold typically doesn't give me issues, but boy, did it that time, right? Edward Leonard says, love the rivet detail and notches. Thank you, Edward. I particularly like them on there as well, yeah. Let's see. Gumberland says, who's got a vial of Gaia 72 neutral gray they can send my way? Andrew says, if you can't find it stateside, talk to Ryan Bartoletti. Yeah, he's definitely a hookup. Or William Wilms, either or, I'd say. Warrior, he's over there on Twitch. He says, hey, he says, looks amazing. Thank you. He says, I'm detail painting right now. Awesome, dude. Superset's got a question.
We have a question.
He says, I think I'm starting to get burnt out on my Sinanju build. The more I work on it, the less interested I am. How do I deal with burnout? Dude, so what I would say is this, Michael. I have an article, actually, that I wrote up specifically about burnout on my website. Go read that. First and foremost, go read that. That'll give you some ideas to at least start. They may or they may not work. Or it may be a combination of things that might work. So go read that first and foremost, and hopefully one of those options in that article will help you or give you at least some ideas. Just kind of maybe switching projects or something like that, or just laying it down for a few minutes, or going and maybe playing video games or something like that, or just watching movies for a little bit, can start to bring the mojo back. Looking at like concept art is a big one for me. I see these amazing concept artists and stuff like that, and I instantly start to get ideas and start to get excited about stuff. So go read that article. I think it should probably help, but If it doesn't, man, post in the Mech Army Facebook group. I'm sure a lot of people will have, their own kind of, things that has helped them as well. So, yeah, best of luck, man. I know how it feels. Trust me. Know how it feels. Mike Tagaro's over there on the Mech Army Facebook group. He says, wow, those weapons are nice, bro. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Where I'm having a ton of fun on these things. These are kind of really the most detailed I've gotten on weapons before, I think. Yeah, no, it definitely is. It's the most detail I've gotten on weapons and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm really happy with them. So, yeah, it's good stuff. Gert McDirk says, Saw John Bias video, Saw John Bias did a video in which he plugged those Mecha Decals. He went over the whole cartograph spiel too. He's another old school cat full of knowledge. Yeah, I love John, man. He is the best, dude. I had the absolute privilege of meeting him at the Old Dominion Open in Virginia, ODO. And he and I talked for, God, at least 45 minutes to an hour straight. And yeah, he was just complimenting, like, just on and on and on. He couldn't stop talking about the Mecha Decals and the quality and how happy he was that, we went with cartograph and everything like that. Because they are the absolute industry standard. They are the pinnacle in water slide printing quality and all of that. So yeah, John Bias, man, he's just awesome. If you guys don't follow him, I highly suggest that you do. He's just great. He is great. Edwin Leonard says, sorry, Z, if I had to, I would send you one, but the one I have is spoken for. Womp womp. Bill says the shirt might be related to Harmony Gold. Oh, yeah, see, Bill, you're asking for it, Bill. You're asking for it. I don't know if that's the one I'd want to mess around with. I'm just saying. Just food for thought. Let's see. Kenneth says, my way of dealing with burnout gaming, or spend some time with the family, then back to modeling for an hour or two a day. Yeah. Maybe just cut back on the amount of modeling that you do, right? These are all options. Yeah. So, good one. All right. Let's finish this out, you guys. Yeah? We had a good night, I think. A good night. Shitty start to the day, but a good night overall. Yeah. Working with PowerPoints, never a good start to the day, right? Never a good start to the day. Anyway, you guys, we were rocking this awesome Anaheim Electronics hat. Yeah, if you want one of these, they come in gray and also in navy blue. Very good look for either. I actually wear this a lot. I wear this out all the time, actually. This and my the skull, the Gundam skull, are the two that I wear the most, actually, out. And, I'll wear some other ones. But, yeah. So, if you want one of these hats, go hit up chowdermecha.com, hit the store button up at the top. You will find this hat, many more, shirts, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff. Go check it out. If you're interested in any of the tools and materials that we were working with here tonight, there's an Amazon link below here on Twitch and YouTube. That side, if you're watching on Facebook, I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it doesn't increase the cost for you. So, it goes to help out me, it goes to help out the stream and fuel our endeavors moving forward, right? Like Mecha Decals Sheet 3 that we got the green light on, right? Excuse me. Z says, I'm going to order a hoodie right now, Tim. But I don't have hoodies, dude. Come on. The hoodies that the production production company offers just suck ass right now. Because they got rid of the California Fleece American Apparel ones. And it just sucks. What are you going to do? Anyway, but yeah, so hit that up. Hit up the Amazon link. If you need kits, paints, tools, accessories, Mecha Decals Sheets 1 and 2, those are both in stock and shipping now. Hit up our good friends right down here, USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine folks down there will definitely have what you need. Now, if you enjoy our stream, if you get benefit from it, if you learn something, man, hit up the other social media channels, like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff so you can keep up with everything that I'm doing off stream as well. And then lastly, if you know somebody or a group of somebodies who could benefit from this stream, share it with them. It's the nice thing to do, right? So, kiddos, I'm going to be back here tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern. We're actually going to work on the SD. I know. Yes, we have to. We've got to do it. We got to work on the SD. I need to get that finished. I need to get it off the bench. I need to get moved on to something else. It's crucial. But we're going to be working on that tomorrow, come 3 p.m. Eastern, so tune in for that. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. I will be back here, like I said, tomorrow. Make sure you use common sense, be safe out there, wash your hands, all that fun stuff. But man, most of all, build something cool. All right, see you guys.